Welcome. We've got some thrilling Arsenal news lined up for you, so stay tuned until the end to catch all the latest updates. And don't forget to leave 300 likes to keep us motivated in bringing you the latest Arsenal updates. William Saliba has been a revelation for Arsenal since his Premier League debut against Crystal Palace in August 2022. The French defender has proven himself a rock at the heart of our backline, racking up more clean sheets than any other outfield player in the division over that period. His remarkable consistency is further underlined by boasting the best minutes per goal conceded ratio among outfield players with at least 3,000 minutes played. Beyond the numbers, Saliba's impact has been seismic, with his new contract serving as a massive boost for the Gunners' ambitions moving forward. What's more, Saliba's etched his name into Arsenal's history books. He reached 50 wins for the club faster than anyone, doing so in just 66 matches, and now sits on 87 victories, eyeing a century this season. Among players with 100-plus Premier League appearances for Arsenal, his win percentage tops the lot, outshining even some of our legendary invincibles. The 24-year-old's durability is equally impressive, playing every minute of our 2023-24 league campaign, a feat unmatched by an Arsenal outfield player in the Premier League era. With 150 appearances in sight, potentially achievable by November, Saliba's blend of consistency, availability, and sheer quality makes him indispensable. Arteta speaks out on Arsenal's stunning comeback, overshadowed by controversial refereeing in 2-1 victory over Newcastle. In a thrilling encounter at St James Park, Arsenal staged a dramatic 2-1 comeback victory against Newcastle United, overcoming contentious refereeing decisions and intense emotions to keep their Premier League title hopes alive. The match, marked by high stakes and fervent atmosphere, saw Arsenal battle through early frustrations, controversial calls, and a late surge of brilliance to secure 3 crucial points. The emotional rollercoaster left fans and players alike exhilarated, with the final 10 minutes proving decisive in flipping the scoreline from 1-0 to 2-1. The first half began with Arsenal asserting early dominance, showcasing their intent to play with pace and precision. In the 4th minute, a swift move saw Arsenal capitalise on a second ball, with Jurrien Timber's cross finding Eberechi ease, whose powerful strike narrowly missed the post. By the 7th minute, Arsenal's pressure intensified, with Bukayo Saka outpacing Dan Burn to create a chance for Victor Gyökeres, who slipped at the critical moment. Despite Arsenal's promising start, their tendency to seek fouls frustrated fans, as referee decisions rarely went their way in the hostile Newcastle environment. A major flashpoint arrived in the 14th minute when Gyökeres went down under a challenge from Newcastle goalkeeper Nick Pope in the penalty area. After rounding Pope, Gyökeres was felled by a knee-to-knee contact, but VAR overturned the initial penalty call, citing Pope's slight touch on the ball. According to ESPN's Dale Johnson, the decision hinged on whether Pope's challenge was deemed reckless, with the incidental touch on the ball not enough to award a penalty. This call sparked outrage among Arsenal players and fans, who felt robbed of a clear opportunity, further fueling their sense of injustice. Newcastle capitalised on Arsenal's growing frustration in the 34th minute, taking a 1-0 lead through a well-worked corner routine. Johnny Woltermade's header, assisted by a subtle nudge on Gabriel Magalhaes, beat David Raya, though Arsenal's protests over the contact were dismissed. The goal intensified Arsenal's agitation, with moments like Gabriel's rash challenge on Woltermade and Trossard's fall in the corner drawing no response from the referee. The Gunners' composure wavered, but their attacking intent remained, with Leandro Trossard striking the post in the 25th minute and Ease forcing a brilliant save from Pope in the 29th. Jose Mourinho, observing the match, was effusive in his praise for Gabriel Magalhaes' performance despite the early setbacks. From the first whistle to the last, Gabriel was a warrior, Mourinho stated. He faced immense pressure, especially after that controversial goal where he was nudged, but he never backed down. His leadership in organising the defence and his aggression in duels were outstanding. Even when decisions went against him, he stayed focused and drove Arsenal forward. That's the mark of a top-class defender. Mourinho's glowing remarks highlighted Gabriel's resilience, which proved pivotal in Arsenal's late resurgence. As the second half unfolded, Arsenal regained their composure, blending patient build-up play with incisive long balls from Raya. The 45+2 ND minute saw Gyökeres and Declan Rice combine brilliantly, only for Timber to stumble in the box. Arsenal's persistence paid off in the final 10 minutes, as their relentless pressure overwhelmed Newcastle's defence. In the 80th minute, Soccer's pinpoint cross found Gyökeres, who nodded home the equaliser. Just 7 minutes later, Trossard capitalised on a defensive error to slot in the winner, sparking wild celebrations among the Arsenal faithful. The comeback was a testament to Arsenal's character, as they overcame not only a resolute Newcastle side but also their own emotional turmoil. The controversial refereeing decisions, particularly the overturned penalty, left a bitter taste, but Arsenal's ability to channel their frustration into a late surge showcased their title-contending credentials. Their dominance in possession and expected goals, XG, underscored their superiority, even if the scoreline remained tight until the end. Reflecting on the match, Arsenal's ability to mix direct play with intricate passing was evident throughout. Moments like Rice's one-touch passing in the 45+70th minute and Gyökeres' relentless pressing highlighted their tactical versatility. However, the team's occasional lapses in discipline, such as Gabriel's post-goal challenge, served as a reminder of the fine margins in high-stakes encounters. The victory narrowed the gap to Liverpool at the top of the table, keeping Arsenal firmly in the title race. In the end, Arsenal's 2-1 triumph was a story of resilience, tactical adaptability, and late-game heroics. While the refereeing decision sparked debate, the Gunners' ability to rise above adversity and deliver a stunning comeback will be remembered as a defining moment in their season. With Gabriel anchoring the defense and the attacking trio of Soccer, Gyökeres, and Trossard firing on all cylinders, Arsenal sent a clear message to their rivals: they are ready to fight until the very last minute. Arsenal, after 6 matches, defensive solidity, emerging creativity, and the road ahead. Arsenal's Premier League campaign has moved beyond the experimental phase. A gritty win at Old Trafford showcased a side at ease navigating tense away moments. The thrashing of Leeds at home revealed their full potential when possession and pressing aligned seamlessly. Anfield, however, served as a reminder that control doesn't always translate to points when margins tighten. Encounters with Forest and Manchester City underlined a defensive platform capable of neutralising any opponent. At Newcastle, Arsenal secured another convincing away victory, built on set-piece precision, non-shot value, and composed territorial dominance. This opening salvo of 6 matches paints a picture of a team refining rather than reinventing. Their defensive system is built to endure, their possession structure is a reliable tool for nullifying varied playing styles, and their attack is gradually diversifying. Yet, familiar challenges persist: breaking through centrally, striker output against robust defenses, and over-reliance on key creative figures in tough fixtures. The right flank's dominance persists. Arsenal's build-up play continues to hinge on Degaard, Soccer, White, and Timber. This isn't a passing trend, it's a well-oiled machine. Touch maps and passing networks reveal that even with rotations, White for Timber, Madueke for Soccer, the structure holds firm. Against Newcastle, Degaard repeatedly dropped into half spaces to link play, while Soccer, under pressure, still delivered cutbacks. Timber's overlapping runs provided third-man options. Opponents know the pattern but struggle to counter it, as rotations, underlaps, overlaps, and half-space overloads remain razor-sharp. Possession as a dual-purpose weapon. Arsenal's control isn't merely aesthetic. Long, patient spells limit counterattacks and exhaust opponents. At St James Park, pitch tilt and touch data showed nearly 60% of play in advanced zones, even without a high shot volume. Against City, this approach starved Holland of service. At Anfield, it dulled Liverpool's press, though chances were scarce. Rice and Zubimendi dictate tempo, one drops to collect, the other steps beyond the first line when space opens, while creative midfield options draw defenders to create wide attacks. This blend of circulation and patience is now a cornerstone of their game state management. An elite, adaptable defense. The Gabriel-Saliba partnership remains the bedrock. Saliba's reading of long balls and Gabriel's front-foot duels thwart transitions, while Raya's sweeping prevents isolation. Mosquera's performance in Saliba's absence proved the system's resilience, a critical test passed. The numbers back this up. No opponent has generated over 1.0 non-penalty XG, and Newcastle barely mustered passes in central areas. Arsenal defend high when safe, drop into a mid-block when needed, and have stifled wing-to-central switches effectively. Set pieces as a consistent edge. Few teams exploit set pieces like Arsenal. Calafiore's winner at Old Trafford, Timber's brace against Leeds, and a cleverly crafted goal at Newcastle luring defenders to open near-post space highlight their varied approach. Wide free kicks isolate Gabriel or Calafiori. Corners feature multiple triggers, short to the edge, flooding the back post. In a season where open play finishing can be erratic, such routines are gold dust. Asymmetric fullbacks bring balance and unpredictability. The right back, Timber or White, regularly pushes up to join or create overloads, while Calafiori on the left holds or joins late, or vice versa. This structure ensures defensive security while allowing surprises, as seen in Calafiori's late strike in Game Week 1 and his progressive surges against Newcastle. This principle has been consistent across 6 matches, underpinning both control and counter-pressing resilience. Emerging trends: the left flank awakens. Early on, the left flank was a quiet supporting act. Now, it's a dynamic progression route. Calafiori ventures infield with greater confidence, Rice drifts wide for combinations, and Ease adds 1v1 threat and cutbacks. At Newcastle, the left half space contributed nearly as many final third entries as the right. This prevents opponents from overloading central zones and forces more honest defending. The midfield pivot turns playmaker. Rice's switches, disguised forward passes, and rising goal probability added, GPA, improve weekly. Zubimendi, once a mere anchor, now breaks lines with first-time passes and chips in with goals, 2 against Forest. At Newcastle, both logged progressive passes and key box entries. The pivot is no longer just a shield, it's a springboard. Conclusion: a platform ready for bigger tests. 6 matches reveal a side with one of the league's most reliable defensive systems, a possession model that adapts to context, and a set-piece playbook worth tangible points. The right flank remains the heartbeat, but it's no longer the only idea. The left is now vital, the midfield creates, and the squad's depth is real. The next steps are clear: convert control into higher-value central chances and unlock consistent output against elite defenses. If Gyökeres starts converting in tight windows and Rice and Zubimendi keep adding incision, Arsenal's control could turn into title-defining wins, even when variance shifts. This isn't a team searching for an identity, they have one. The question is whether the extra layers of creativity and attacking bite will arrive in time to turn dominance into a title challenge. Thanks for watching Arsenal Time. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Continue following the Gunners' journey with us, and see you in the next video. Come on, you Gunners!